Hello, everyone. We've made it. So far, we've made it. It is November the 17th, and I'm recording this campus information system for you so that you will kind of know where we are. I had planned on having a full campus meeting with a lot of my administrators around me, but just like everything that has happened in 2020, we're going to have to pivot a little. And so that's what I'm here, just to kind of give you some updated information so that you will know what's happening. Now, no matter what I say here today, I want to make sure that you continue to look at your emails, look for information because things could change, but I don't think they will. And the first announcement I have is that we are going to change what we do on campus here for next week. For the whole WVU system, Potomac State, the main campus, and us, Monday and Tuesday will be online instruction only. So what that really means is that our students, if you wish to, can go home. And you can go home this weekend after you've had your class on Friday. What we'd like to do is, we know that there are soaring numbers of this horrible disease going around, and we want to make sure we're mitigating them as much as possible. So therefore, we decided the 2 days on campus next week was really something that we could do without being in person and do it online. I thank our faculty for being able to pivot and do the things that they do so quickly. Now, that does not mean the campus will be closed. So if you were not planning on leaving and parents weren't coming after you Monday and Tuesday, that's not a problem. You just won't be going to class in person. The dorms will be open, the Bears Den will be open, and so will the library. But you may want to look and make sure that the hours, because they may change a little bit as we move down this road for next week. So the campus will be totally open, and as we've said previously, the campus for the next 2 weeks, other than our 3 days of holidays, will be open for our faculty and our staff. So make sure that you check things out with your supervisors. If you're a staff or a faculty member, check it out with your chairs or your dean, and students, check it out with your dorm person. So wanted everyone to know that things are changing, and that all of our classes next week on Monday and Tuesday will be online, and they will not be in person. So with that being said, we also this week then on Wednesday and Thursday will be doing testing. And we will be doing testing for anyone that wants a test. So that means if you're a faculty, a staff, or a student, and you want a test before you go home, all you have to do is to go to the Learning Center, and you will be tested. We're still doing the saliva test, so it's not hard. And maybe that will make you or your parents or your grandparents feel a little more comfortable as you go back for the holidays that you've tested and you know that you're negative. We hope everybody comes back negative. So we have our international students, and some of them are planning on going home. Now, I will tell you that we are not recommending that because of the way the COVID is spreading all over the world. There are already been some shutdowns and long things, but if you choose to go home and you need a test, and if you need a test before you get on the plane, and I think sometimes that is a 72-hour turnaround, then you will need to make sure that you either do the Wednesday and Thursday test, or if you need one a little later, then you will need to talk to your two directors in your dorms, Melissa or Devin, and make sure you talk with them, and they will arrange that. Now, we cannot guarantee getting those test results back. We'll do our very best, and you will have to do it, but we can make sure you get that test. So that's for my international students. They also have changed when you are allowed to withdraw from class. They have moved it back to December the 4th. So you have until December the 4th to withdraw if you need to from a class. Make sure you talk with your advisor or your faculty member or your teacher, and make sure you're doing the right thing either way. But they have moved that back to December the 4th. Also, guys, we need to get registered. That's very important. So if you have not registered, please register before you go home so that we have a count and we kind of know what to expect. Now, if you haven't, when we come back, needless to say, we want you to register. We want everybody to come back and register. And I will tell you, there are no late fees this time for late registration. So we know that some of you have some decisions to make, and we hope you make that decision to come back to Tech. We want you very badly. But if you can register early, we want you to do that. So please do that and get registered. I know I've always been one that have been during the breakfast talking to each of you about registering. And sadly, we didn't get to have that this year. So hopefully next year, by the time the end of the semester is over in the spring, we can have that again, and I can bug you about getting registered. But do think about that and make sure you get a hold of your advisors to make sure you do that. Now, I also want to get kind of a plea for all of you, faculty, staff, students. We need people to register for class, but we also need our young new students to start applying. So when you go home, if you know of a junior or a senior, or even someone else that is thinking about coming to college, make sure that they apply. Make sure they have the opportunity to at least learn about Tech. I hope we've done you a good job for this year, and we want to do them a good job. And it's been very difficult for us because we can't get into the schools, and that makes it really tough. So please, if you have friends, neighbors, anyone you know that is thinking about going to college, encourage them to apply at Tech, because we sure would like to have the opportunity to talk to them and hope that they can become Golden Bears. There's been some question about testing for next spring. We will be testing, and we will have a move-in process for the spring, just like we did the fall. We will be doing the saliva test, so it won't be quite as long of a period of time of getting the testing done or getting the results back. But you will be getting emails sometime in December that will tell you about your move-in schedule if you're moving into the dorms, and about the testing schedule. Now, there's always the question, can I just bring a paper from my doctor that said I tested negative? And the answer is no. We're going to test everyone, faculty, students, and staff, just like we did last year, and they need to go through our testing process. And that way we know that everything's been done within the time frame that we need to do it. Also, you will be getting lots of emails, and one of the emails you're going to get in the next few days is from Rob Moyers, the head of facilities. And he's going to be asking you to help us as we close the campus down in the next couple of weeks. He'll be talking about how we're going to turn thermostats down, how they're going to clean and do a deep cleaning in special areas, and how he's going to replenish all of our PPE materials. So please read the email and help us as we move forward with getting ready for spring already. One of the things I want to make sure I mention today is Light Up Tech, and it will be on Thursday evening at 5 o'clock. And from 3 o'clock to 4:30 in Van Meter, the gym, we're going to have giveaways for everyone. So want the students to come by. You'll need to bring your identification card, though, I think, to receive those. But come by and get your free gift. And at 5 o'clock, we're going to light up Tech. We know that it's not the same as it was, but we want to continue that tradition because it's very important. So bring your mask. We'll socially distance and see the great lights on Tech and how it is making us feel like it's that time of the year again. Also, when we send this Informational Systems program here out to you guys, you can send us some questions. I won't be able to answer them live, but we will try our best to answer your questions in an email and do the best we can as we move forward. Just like everything that's happened this semester, there may be some we don't have answers for. And we may give you an answer of what we know today, and it may change tomorrow. So please be aware of all of that. But we do want to answer your questions. And again, this was not the format I had in mind when we thought about this. But because things have happened quickly, and I wanted to get the information out to you, we chose to do it this way. The last thing I'd like to say is thank you. This campus has been quite remarkable of what's happened on it. We have been in person for a whole semester. We have not had to shut down for any reason. We have had some positives, which we anticipate and would have expected, but very few compared to not just the system of WVU, but really the whole state and the nation. In many ways, you are a fine example of how you can do it and do it right. You've worn your masks, you've social distanced, and you've washed your hands, and you've been very, very sensible on weekends. And I can't thank all of you, the faculty, the staff, and the students. I know it's been stressful, and I, again, will say, if you need help, you reach out. We're here to help you. But I know it's been stressful, and I'm not going to tell you that stress is going to end, because I think second semester, spring semester, is going to be tough, especially at the beginning. And we are going to have to be vigilant. We can't live on our laurels. We can't live on what we did this semester. We will have to do a good job next semester. But the good news is there are 2 vaccines that look like they're very promising. Looks like they're going to start giving it out very soon, and could be by March or April, we may be able to do some things differently. And hopefully we have hope and have my fingers crossed that we will have an in-person graduation for all these wonderful young men and women who have graduated this year, last year, and we can celebrate that great accomplishment. So with that being said, again, I say thank you for what you have done. I said at the beginning, the students, our fate is in your hands, and look what a great job you did. I hope everybody hugs their parents, enjoys their holiday, stays safe and responsible, and I look forward to seeing you back here in January. So have a good evening, and let's go Golden Bears.